Halo guys, kembali lagi bersamaku di channel Codet. Dan hari ini kita bakal melanjutkan gameplay Genshin Impact. Setelah di episode kemarin itu ngapain ya? Oh ya, misi bajak laut kalau nggak salah, itu yang kita ditipu oleh kayak ini. Ya memang kayak sedikit aneh ya. Berarti sekarang kita bakal lanjut quest apa namanya? Quest apa? Story quest ya. Kita bakal lanjut quest story maksudnya. Kita bakal lanjut. Ini yang pertama ini apa nih? Meluncur bersama angin. Hadiahnya oh ini aja dah. Ikuti target kita langsung saja dan kita disuruh bicara dengan ember. Oke, sekarang kita bakal cari ember dan ini bakal aku skip sampai kita bertemu dengan F. Oke, dan kita sudah ketemu dengan si ember yang berada di samping patung apa ini, dan mari kita langsung bicara dengan si ember ini guys.
Hey traveler, I've been looking for you everywhere. How's that wind glider I gave you last time? Seems like it's really growing on you. But then again, you don't have a gliding license, do you?
Ada suratnya.
A gliding license?
Aduh, Paimon.
What's that? Isn't it obvious? You gotta have a gliding license to legally glide in Mondstat. Oh, but we've been gliding for ages now. This is the first we've heard about it. Yeah, you've been gliding all over the place. Everyone's noticed. So, you came looking for us because you want to give us a gliding license? No way! The Knights of Favonius have strict rules. You need to pass an exam, and only then will the Knights issue your license.
Okay.
Today, I'm here as an examiner to oversee your official gliding exam. I gave you your wing glider, so this is my responsibility. At least that's what Acting Grandmaster Jean would say.
Okay.
An exam? What a pain in the butt! Then again, since Amber is I'm sure you'll glide through it. I mean, the whole city saw how well you flew the day that Storm Terror attacked, so I'm sure you'll have no problems. But we do need to respect the rules and glide properly. Here, take this gliding manual. No need to memorize it. Just be familiar with everything in there. For example, only one person per wing glider, no carrying anything over the set weight limit, no taking off using an animo slime, and so on and so forth. Anyway, be sure to read it, okay? I had to read a load of big, thick books too when Lisa was teaching me magic. Wow, that's a big old book! Paimon thinks we best get started. Great, come find me when you're done. I'll be at Windrise. The Knights of Favonius gliding manual does not sound like a fun read.
Okay.
When the first wisp of wind brushed across the land, birds that yearned for the sky had wings, but no way to fly. They asked the animal god, "How can we reach the heavens?" To which the animal god replied, "You have yet to find that which is most important." As the god spoke, the wind thrust the seeds of a dandelion high into the sky. The birds thrust out their wings, but the breeze was all too mild, leaving them to stumble across the earth. So they went to the gorge, where the wind showed off its wild and incomparable strength. They threw themselves off the cliff and flapped their wings amongst the howling winds, until they were able to fly freely in the sky. To the animal god they went to gleefully say, "We understand now. All we needed was a stronger wind to fly." In reply, the animal god said, "What you lacked was not wind, but courage. It is courage that has allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world."
Jadi ini kayak acuran nemu tuh yang patung itu ya. Patung kayak pembuat dunia gitu mungkin.
That's a cool story. But is the Knight's gliding manual really written in that style? Huh. Anyway, let's go find Amber.
Ember. Yang penting berani pakai sayapnya. bicara dengan ember.
Great, you're here. Did you have a good read-through of the gliding manual? Got all the rules down? Sounds like it was a real drag. I would know. I've been there. Ugh, the gliding manual is super dry. I couldn't get into it at all. Don't tell Jean, though. Really? Paimon thought there were some pretty cool stories in the gliding manual. Cool stories? Oh, you must mean the example cases in the appendix. Some of them I like. My favorite one is about the illegal Animo slime takeoff. Apparently, if you pop an Animo slime and take off in the burst of wind, it shoots you up really, really high. I really want to try it. No, not that story. Paimon meant the one with the little bird who wanted to learn to fly. What? Let me take a look. Oh, shoot. This is the storybook I used to read as a kid. Oops, sorry. I put both books in the same pile and must have grabbed the wrong one when I was leaving. How in the heck do you confuse a bedtime story with an instruction manual? This is so embarrassing. It's because, maybe deep down inside, that fairy tale is the thing that truly taught me how to glide. What you lacked was not wind. It's courage that's allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world. Reading that gave me the courage to glide, to become an outrider, and to become the gliding champion of Mondstat. But anyway, let's get back to the exam. Don't be nervous. Just glide like you're used to. Okay then, you just need to follow the mark.
Aku siap. Kita pakai ini aja, codet boy. Oke, kita disuruh mulai. Sip, habis itu kemana? Ini kayak balapan tapi tidak ada musuhnya. Disuruh juga. Kenapa tidak nyata nggak ada gimana? Sus. Dan turun. Mas dapat. Iya semua. Sudah turun ya. Oke, sudah selesai kah? Cara dengan ember. Mana ya ember.
You nailed it! But it's no surprise, given the way you handle your glider in a storm. The next part of the exam is in Mondstat. See you there. Don't keep me waiting.
Ada tesnya ya? Kukira udah selesai loh. Waduh.
Alrighty then. You heard her. Back to the city. Let's not keep her waiting.
Oke, ini juga bakal aku skip. Kita disuruh ke kota Mondstat itu. Ini bakal aku skip sampai kita pergi ke Mondstat. Oke, kita sudah nyampe di mana ini, di apa kali ini dulu ya? Wah, kita sudah bertemu dengan ember. Ini ember ada di sini. Mari kita bicara dengan ember.
Hey, here, over here. I'm all set up. Let's carry on with the exam.
Ayo kita lanjutkan.
Same deal as before. Glide through the markers and get to the finish without.
Kita disuruh balapan setengah-setengah lagi, balapan. Dan ini sekarang balapannya mengelilingi kota. Jatuh. Astaga, buang waktu. Bisa jatuh. Coba sama kita kuning itu energinya. Stamina maksudnya. Dan langsung kita bakal terbang ke sini. Habis itu kemana? Habis itu ke sini. Wih. Bodoh lah. Ini kenapa ini? Suruh kemana lagi? Suruh kemana? Suruh kesini ternyata. Kenapa nggak ada di map? Oh, disuruh kesini. Nah, sekarang baru ada di map. Tadi nggak ada di map. Asik banget sumpah. Kita kesini dulu. Aku menemukan sesuatu di sini. Kita dapat. Dapat pedang guys, apa ini? Dan kita sebentar dan terlalu cepat tahu ada pasti ada terus di bawah sini. Buka sini cari cash. Mari kita ngelut dulu ngelut pertama kali ngelut first. Oke, di sini sudah dan mari kita turun dan mencari ember. chest. Sip, sekarang baru kita bicara. Ini dapat pedang gratis guys.
Seems like you've got the hang of wind gliding now. Let's do the final stage. Easy! You've flown this way before anyway! Once you've passed this final stage, you'll finally be able to get your very own gliding license. Just keep thinking about that
Ini SIM
license.
siap.
Ready?
SIM. Surat izin mengemudi. Nice. Oke, kita disuruh ke sana lagi. Dan chestnya sudah ya, kayaknya nggak ada lagi. Dan langsung saja kita melanjutkan tes yang terakhir upaya mendapatkan SIM. Masuk kemana? Ayo bingung. Turun dikit. Nice. Kita nabrak, terus kita suruh ke sini. Set. Tes lagi. Ayo cepat. Boom. Lagi. Mana anginnya? Udah dapat angin. Turun dan
Windborne
kita
traveler,
berhenti di-
you are required to land at once by the order of the Knights of
Rahasia,
Favonius.
rahasia gitu.
I am Otto of the Knights of Favonius.
Kenapa ini? Ya.
What's going on?
Please, show me your gliding license.
Dimakan baron-baron.
It is against the law to glide without a license. I am arresting you under Section 7, Article 12 of the Mondstat
Pokoknya
Penal
tadi
Code.
suruh dapat surat izin ya?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will forever carry on the wind.
Wait, I'm an instructor. This is a gliding exam.
Nah, itu dong, lama
I
kelembar
see.
gini. Lama
Well,
kelembar
you
ngomong.
picked a bad time to hold your gliding exam.
Really? Why?
Oke.
The Knights of Favonius received a report from a sister at the cathedral claiming she saw Raptor gliding around these parts. I thought your student here must have been his partner in crime.
Raptor? Who's that?
Raptor.
A known criminal in Mondstat. He always uses a wind glider to commit his crimes, so people started calling him Raptor.
Hewan buas.
Wow, he flies fast then.
So far, we haven't managed to catch him. Our plan this time was to draw him into the cathedral with a precious artifact and ambush him inside.
Jenderal apa itu?
But he escaped with the artifact. Fortunately, one of the sisters put some secret markings on the artifact using elemental magic. But he was too fast, and we couldn't even keep up with the trail the markings left behind.
Well, if you need help chasing down a gliding criminal, I'm the one for the job. So tell me, which way did he go?
As far as I know, he was last seen near Springvale. But that was some time ago.
Dia sudah apa?
Leave it to me. With us chasing him down together, he doesn't stand a chance.
Apa ini? Ini coba ya.
Once we've got this raptor guy, we'll pick up where we left off. But no need to worry. I'll be sure to have a word with Jean.
Sip, dan sekarang kita disuruh kemana? 100 ya. Oke guys, kita bakal melawan musuh. Dan itu kita harus ke tanda itu. Ini juga bakal seperti biasa. Ini bakal aku skip sampai kita menuju ke tanda kuning gitu guys. Oke, enjoy ya. Sebentar guys, sebelum aku skip ini ada chest. Kayaknya di step ini ada chest ya, tapi males lah. Oke lah, kita kesini dan langsung saja kita terbang. Ini nyampe seharusnya. Gak usah dah aku skip. Ternyata di sana ada chest tadi dan itu bagus untuk di konten ini. Dan ini kita tinggal terbang ke sini, ini pasti nyampe. Pasti sampai, mungkin tidak. Ya, sip. Dan mana tandanya tadi? Oh, ini tandanya. Dan ini masak. Ini dia. Ini kita disuruh ngapain di sini?
This is Springvale. There must be some clues about Raptor around here. The sister from the cathedral put some secret animal markings on the artifact he took.
Use your elemental sight and keep your eyes peeled for clues.
Oke, apa tuh elemental? Tahan tombol. Mana zone? Wah. Kumpulkan petunjuk. Oke.
Ooh, hey, what do you think this is?
Genjutsu sumpah.
It looks like a broken tree branch.
Oke, itu ada di
Oh,
map, ada tanda
Paimon knows.
bulat
It's
kuning
from a
itu.
frame of a wind glider.
Ini apa ini?
A strip of cloth with animal markings on it. Looking at the design and the way it's woven, there's a good chance it came from a wind glider.
Wow, outriders have to be textile experts now? It's a harder job than Paimon thought.
If this really belongs to Raptor, it must mean his wind glider is broken.
How do we know if this was left by Raptor or an animal slime?
Animo slime.
Animo slimes are airborne creatures. They don't leave marks on the ground unless someone stomped on one to take off.
How do we know if this was left by Raptor or an animal slime?
Either way, let's make a mental note of these markings. They're very clear. It appears that the elemental markings point this way.
Huh. Well, do you think he ran off ahead?
There's only one way to find out. Come on, we should keep following the markings.
Ooh, what's that? Looks like something's going on up ahead.
It sounds like there's a battle going on. Could that be Raptor? Quick, let's keep going.
Ayo. Mana? Ini apa? Titik panorama apa ini? Apa di dataran mata air? Ih, belum bisa aku baca. Mana zone? Oh, ada yang bertempur. Datang.
Wingblade!
Aku mau kayak yang ember, harusnya aku pakai ember.
As a good knight should.
Thank goodness, the Knights of Favonius have arrived. The hilly trolls won't dare pursue me any longer.
Hiltrud. Aku lupa mencet.
What happened?
I can't believe it, but the hilly trolls attacked our carts.
Ini dah gini.
Luckily, I outran them.
Buah ini lah raptor.
Hilly churls? But I thought the Knights of Favonius had cleared out most of the hilly churl camps around these parts.
It's a small camp not too far from the village. The route I take on my delivery runs ensures I steer clear of it. But today, some crazy fellow suddenly fell out of the sky and landed right in the camp.
Now, who does that remind me of?
Oh, it really riled them up. They chased the funny-looking fellow as he fled, which brought them out into the open. I managed to get away, but they smashed my fruit carts to smithereens. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do when the merchant caravan gets here tomorrow.
Funny looking? In what way?
He was holding on to something. Must have been heavy because he couldn't glide in a straight line to save his life. Maybe that's why he fell. Honestly, people like that shouldn't be allowed in the skies. It doesn't take a genius to know you're not supposed to carry heavy objects while gliding. I'm gonna report that idiot and make sure he gets his license revoked.
Oke, Pak.
Heavy object? The artifact? This could well be our guy. Tell me, did you see which way he went?
I managed to catch a glimpse as I ran from the hilly churls. I think he went that way.
Seems like a strong lead. On with the chase! Oh, and don't worry. As soon as I get back, I'll tell the knights to mop up the rest of the hilly churls as soon as possible.
Oh, kayaknya bukan Farah sih, oke. Ternyata dugaanku salah mengenai Om Farah. Karena Om Farah pelakunya ternyata bukan. Dan mari kita lanjutkan misi ini agar cepat selesai. Jadi videonya tidak terlalu panjang.
Someone needs
Lihat
assistance.
tandanya kita genjutsu dulu. Wah, kaget.
Another test subject.
Macam koi. Sepatu. Kabur.
This mob will be frozen in time.
Kita pukul lagi penggunaan es. Lurus teman-teman. Kita pukul lagi. Ini supportnya harus dibunuh dulu ya.
Cool it. Freeze.
Picked the wrong test subject. Suffocate.
What's the hurry?
Dan ini adalah terakhir. Untuk dia, Pak.
Have a little taste.
Bukan dia. Tusuk dia. Tusuk dia.
Apart from the healing churros, there's a bunch of funny-looking people too.
Oke.
Judging from the type of wind gliders they've got, I'd say this lot is with Raptor.
Apa?
But if that's the case, what are they hanging around here
Apa,
for?
Mak? Kita pakai Lisa.
I wonder. Well, this measly bunch can't slow us down, that's for sure.
Apa ini?
But we also haven't found the artifact, which means Raptor still has it on him. Forget these guys. Come on, let's keep following the elemental markings.
Bukan apa-apa. Nah, ada cutscene. Mari kita lihat apa yang disuguhkan di sini.
Look where we are.
Di mana kita sekarang? Kita
The
tidak
elemental
tahu.
power on the artifact must have worn off. Raptor must have realized the markings would give away his position and sent his minions to slow us down.
Oke.
That way, when the effect wears off, he can make his escape. He won't get away with this. After him!
Lanjut, kita disuruh ngapain sekarang? Mari kita tengok. Teleport waypoint. Oh, selesai. Oh, belum. Itu, dekat ternyata. Tepat persembunyian raptor. Oke, solo, gas saja. Pasti gampang, tidak mungkin sulit. Dan aku akan memakai ember. Tidak usah lah. Langsung aja guys, tanpa pikir panjang lagi.
There's only one way over there. Raptor must be up ahead.
Oke.
However, it looks like the only way we can catch up is if we glide.
But there's a ton of enemies below. They'll definitely attack us after we take off.
If we're gonna do this, we'll have to glide and defeat them in one fell swoop.
Emang bisa?
You still had one stage to go in your exam, right?
Yeah, but what's that got to do with anything?
How about we make this the third and final stage of your
Oke,
gliding
kita
exam?
mempertaruhkan nyawa untuk
Are you
tes.
sure that's how
Mantap
the
juga.
exam is supposed to go?
It's a custom version of the exam, designed by yours truly.
Buat khusus, mantap.
Besides, the normal version of the exam wouldn't be fit for the hero of Mondstat herself.
Lawan naga bangor doang.
So, what do you say?
Aku pasti bisa menangkap.
Woohoo! Good answer!
Hihi.
Prepare for takeoff. Raptor awaits you once you defeat all these enemies. Then that gliding license is yours.
Tapi gimana caranya? Gimana caranya? Apa mukul menggunakan arus angin? Kita bisa pakai bom, mantap banget. Ini bomnya. Oh, oke. Sudah. Habis itu kemana? Itu ini. Terus lagi. Langsung mati. Ini kita lagi. Mati kau. Mana lagi? Oh, mati lagi. Mana lagi? Kita bom. Bom nuklir. Bom nuklir. Ini bencana. Ini lagi. Sudah selesai. Aku masih pengen pakai angin. Terus dan langsung kita masuk. Sebentar. Ngeng. Mana musuhnya? Lah, mana ini? Aku curiga di bawah situ ada chest. Aku curiga di bawah sini. Mati. Iya. Tewas kita, guys. Bisa tewas. Aku curiga di bawah situ ada chest. Tapi kayaknya nggak ada sih. Tapi kita kan orangnya nakal, jadi kita harus ngecek ke bawah sana siapa tahu ada chest. Oh, fix. Nggak ada apa-apa di sana. Kita yang membuang waktu. Mana terbang? Tidak, aku terbang. Berikan saya kekuatan angin. Terbang, Bob. Terbang. Dan cus. Mantap. Kemana ini ada angin. Itu kehidupan terakhir. Dan oke. Kita kasih bom nuklir datang. Ciu-ciu. Angin. Oke. Dan satu musuh lagi. Lah kena. Kasih bom nuklir. Belum mati tuh. Udah mati. Nuklir. Bom nuklir. Bom nuklir. Mantap. Aduh. Ini cosplay jadi gini nih, pesawat tempur.
Nice! You breezed through it. You're a natural. I knew you'd be fine.
Bisa. Lihat darahku 900.
All that's left now is to grab ourselves a raptor. Let's go.
Ngomong. Cosplay jadi pesawat tempur. Begin, yo. Apa cenah? Oh, ini kenapa nih? Kenapa kita pakai ember? Ini ada kenapa? Kenapa kita dikasih bonus ember? Coba. Kita coba ajarkan ini. Siapa tahu ada. Itu ada chest kan? Kayak tadi itu ada chest yang isi apa? Kenapa kita disuruh pakai ini?
I won't let you down.
Sus. Apa ini? Oh, oke, adu aim sini, Ini jadi tembak. Dur. Ngajak adu aim dia.
Bet you can't keep up with me. Dan misinya masih lanjut. Kukira sudah selesai, ternyata masih lanjut. Dan kita bisa ngapain ini? Apa ya? Seperti apa yang menanti kita? Terus ini oh, aku kita pakai. Salah. Bet you can't keep up with me.
What? Buka terusnya. Oke. Daripada nggak dapat sama sekali. Dan ini apa? Aku nggak tahu. Dari sini, oh di sana banyak. Hilang dong. Tidur. Satu. Cuk. Ini bisa distrik. Mana ini? Raptornya mana ini? Lu, oh, gua raptor. Duar. Pintu kontak. Cut. Aduh, nggak bisa. Boom, mati. Lalu itu kayaknya musuh terakhir. Oh, bukan. Masih ada lagi. Masih tahu. Terus ini apa? Terus ini apa? Terus, oh masih ada musuh. Ini apa sih? Bocil. Ih, ganggu aja. Ini masih hidup. Ini sudah. Tidak kembali. Ini sudah. Mati kau 182. Mantap banget.
Prepare to be blown away.
Oke, pintunya aktif. Oke, sudah sana, tapi aku tidak mau untuk sini. Lihat apa yang ada. Jadi izin bebas. Mati loh. Terus sana apa? Kayaknya izin bebas. Oke, Oke, kita bakal lanjut ke sini, disuruh ke sini. Ke belakang. Kita makan mencari. Wih, harus ke sini, harus apa lagi? Dan di sini tidak ada apa-apa. Oke, ada penjaganya. Ngumpul sini. Enggak kena. Enggak kena. Oke, kita pakai noile.
Steady as stone.
Tambah darah. Ini adalah hero support yang aku dapat dari menggacha tadi. Jadi jurus E-nya itu buat noile ini, dan tim yang ada di sini dapat itu menambah darah. Dan sudah boy sudah nambah menjadi 1000. Mantap banget. Lumayan. Untuk ukuran hero gratisan itu. Kita sudah selesai buka pintu. Apa yang terjadi? Masih ada. Mari kita lanjut. Disuruh terbang dan turun di sini. Habis itu apa? Kita pakai jalan buntu ini. Oke, ada cutscene. Mari kita lihat.
It looks like there's no way across. He must be around here somewhere.
Habis itu.
Amber! Over there!
If you insist on chasing me, so be it. Huh? Who brought the little girl?
You must be a raptor. You can't escape.
Kira Om Rafa.
I don't need to escape. There's no way you can make it over here.
Oh, it is pretty high and quite far.
Oh, little girl, why don't you run along home now and let your leader deal with this? Don't worry, I promise that once the Grandmaster gets here, I'll surrender immediately.
Hey, watch it! You're talking to a Knights of Favonius outrider. You'll be sorry when I arrest you. You're right. He's right there in front of us. If only we could glide across.
Panah dia.
So how did he get across? Can you see anything with your elemental sight? No? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Bye-bye, kiddo.
Kayaknya aku salah jawab.
No, he's getting away!
We can't hesitate any longer. The only way to get across is to glide there.
But...
Don't worry. I'm the gliding champion of Mondstat, remember? If Raptor can do it, I can do it too.
Oi, Outrider! You have less chance of surviving this than jumping off the Animo God statue in Mondstat without your wind glider. Haha!
Paimon sees your point. If you rule out everything that's completely impossible, gliding is the only idea left.
Remember that book I lent you? The one I thought was the gliding manual, but wasn't? The first birds couldn't fly. Flight was their reward for their courage to plunge into the canyon. Be my witness. Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you listen...
Wait! Stop! You'll never make it! Come on,
Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you listen the wind says I will make it.
Cepat, aku bisa melakukannya. Oke, angin bisa bicara. Meluncur, kita suruh kemana? Meluncur.
Amber! No! You're gonna fall! You're gonna fall! It's a wind current! She's gliding! Amber's gliding!
You're crazy, kid! You must have known about the wind current. There's no way you would have jumped otherwise.
Mari kita bunuh raptornya.
The wind takes care of those who have courage. Now sit still and await your arrest, like a good little boy.
Perangnya besar.
You're open.
Time to clean up.
Darah keluaran.
Freeze.
Bukan dia. Buku.
Just freeze. You're open.
Astaga.
Here's something special. Cool it. Just a temporary setback.
Ini kocok-kocoknya nih. Iya, apa? Aku dilempar tai. Maksudnya tangan lihat. Kenapa ada tai?
This moment will be frozen.
Mantap banget. Syukur, perfect timing kali ini.
Dodge this.
Mati kok. Easy.
All right, I got him.
Berhasil menangkapnya, nice. Habis itu aku lupa mencet.
I only noticed the wind current from in the air, and it's the only one. It would be suicide to try and escape in the direction Raptor was going. In other words, the only way Raptor could have gotten out would be this way, past us.
Aha! So he was just trying to fool us by acting smug, in the hope that we would just give up and leave. Little did he know, we're not so easily fooled.
It was all thanks to your sharp thinking. Just like a wise man once said, once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. At the end of the day, gliding is 7 parts technique, 3 parts instinct, and then 90 parts courage.
What you did now looked more like 99 parts courage.
It was just like in my first gliding exam. I was super nervous, but in the end, there was nothing to be afraid of, and I passed no problem. I kinda missed that nervous rush in the exams I've done since then. It just wasn't the same.
Sorry, Paimon thought you said you passed no problem. What do you mean exam sense then?
Well, you see, the thing is, Mondstat is all no glide zone this, no landing zone that. Every time I get my license, it keeps getting revoked. I must have taken the exam about 15 times altogether. But I always pass the first time. I guess my little gliding manual ain't so bad after all.
Let's go and get a copy of the real gliding manual from acting Grandmaster Jean sometime.
I'll head off first because I need to escort Raptor back to the city.
Oke.
Once you're back in the city, don't forget to come find me at the cathedral. I'll issue your gliding license there.
Oke. Sip. Dan ini tantangan berhasil.
She
Yeay,
just can't sit still, can she? Guess that's why she's the outrider.
Dan ini kita dapat chest
When
yang
this is all done and dusted, let's head to the cathedral in Mondstat.
Kita ambil aja. Sip. Mantap.
Getting this gliding license has turned into quite the adventure.
Menuju realita. Oh, ternyata misinya belum selesai, guys. Kita disuruh pergi ke apa itu dan kita harus mengambil satu dulu. Oke, ini bakal aku skip sampai kita menuju ke katedral itu kan. Ini katedralnya. Nggak bisa ya. Kita harus teleport ke sini. Oke, guys, ini bakal aku skip. Oke, kita sudah masuk kayak semacam gereja gitu. Ini ada Biarawati. Mega cantiknya Biarawatinya. Ini juga ada Biarawati. Sorry. Udah di agak gini cukup cantik. Aduh, sorry. Tabrak terus. Dan ini ada apa ini Biarawati juga. Ya. Aduh, tembus. Oke, dicatat juga ada agak tua. Mantap, tapi cantik-cantik semua.
Congratulations! Here's your gliding license. You're officially legal now. Yay!
Cepat.
I'm not surprised though. You are a natural after all. Oh, and I'll sign you up for the next wind gliding championship.
Oh, ada kejuaraan mulu.
I glide so fast that no one can keep up. It's just me up there, on my own, gliding around. It's kinda boring. Oh, fighting talk. It seems you have no idea how terrifying the championship really is. Well, until I kick your butt in the championship, I wish you a happy, liberating, and above all, law-abiding gliding experience. Make sure you obey the rules. Whatever you do, don't get your license revoked.
Oh, brother. If you ask me, that's a bit rich coming from Amber.
Ya, dia kan disita terus. Sip, selesai sudah chapter Lembus Bak 1 yang membawa lihat quest selesai dan langsung saja kita bakal penutupan di sini bersama dengan dia.
Report it to the church.
Oke, kita bakal coba sini. Oke guys, sekian dulu untuk video hari ini. Sekian dulu untuk video Genshin Impact hari ini. Kita sudah menyelesaikan satu misi dan ini memerlukan waktu yang sangat lama karena pembicaraannya tidak aku skip. Jadi itu yang bikin lama. Sebenarnya gameplaynya sih cepat, cuma ngomongnya yang lama. Oke, jangan lupa like, pendosa. Wow. Jangan lupa like, komen, dan subscribe. Sampai jumpa di video selanjutnya. Bye bye.